guys, pretty quiet session overnight as you would expect with the US on holiday. And looking forward, there's a bit of a mixed bag. Manufacturing PMIs I don't put a lot of weight on because they're only just a survey, but sometimes they can make the market move. It's just when I'm doing fundamental analysis, I don't really look at surveys. I prefer the hard data because surveys just soft data. It's just an opinion, it's not actual fact. Then we've got, I guess, the Canadian inflation and RBNZ later in the week, expected to raise interest rates again to 4.75. And we'll also get the minutes from the last FOMC. But yeah, it's not a huge week for data, really. With the Canadian and the New Zealand being the highlights, but they're just minors, they're not a major currency. So just going through price action with the US on holidays, very subdued, very quiet, not much happening at all as you would expect. Go over here, and this US dollar is, as we can expect, it's just gone sideways really. It's just opened up for the new trading day, but that's the night session for the US, so I don't put a lot of weight on that. Looking at stocks, again, pretty quiet. There was a night market or a futures market for them to trade in, but still pretty quiet overall. VIX, again, that would have just been the futures market, pretty thin volume, not much happening. So it should all start to kick in tonight when the US come back in. Bitcoin still doing pretty well, holding up there around the 25,000 level, and Euro just tracking sideways effectively. And I think we'll see a bit more of that coming back to the US dollar index. It's back on that, right in that support zone, but ideally I'd like to see it, if I'm going to get long, I would prefer to sort of see it off this level here, around the 102, well, that's saying 102.15, but I think it's 102.30. In that zone there is where I would like to look at it from a buying perspective, and that's purely because our momentum indicator, which is this one here, is on the daily is still quite high, sitting around 65. On the hourly it's in the middle, and that's just because it's going sideways, and the 4 hour is in a good area to get long. But ideally I would like to sort of try and get it off this level here, or even the bottom end of that previous support resistance zone. Buying it up here is, to me, a little bit weaker, because you don't have much more upside room before you get overboard again. So I prefer it to come off a little bit and then look for that buying opportunity. So yeah, that's the area I've identified for me to sort of start looking at buying US dollars again. Other than that, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with another session, and hopefully a bit more activity to discuss, thanks to US coming back from holidays.